Good morning, beautiful people. You have reached Tranquil Visions, and I am here to do your monthly readings for the month of March 2021. Um, so I'm going to start with the sign of Libra because you guys had the most views for last month, and I just want to, get your stuff out early. You guys were like one of the last signs to be done. So I'm going to just do that for you. This is going to be in general, so whatever pops up, it pops up. It may be love, it may be career, it may be just your headspace. And I am going to, I do general readings for the monthlies. This is how it goes. I pull cards, I get the energy from them. Love may pop up, it may not pop up. If it does pop up, then I move forward with those energies, but I also do a romance oracle. Yeah, okay. So I also do a romance oracle for each sign and see what energies I have from those. At the end, I do an Isis oracle card for just clarification and basically like clarification and energy as far as what you need to do moving forward with your life, okay? Alright, so I have my sage burning. Let me actually light my sage a little bit again because it keeps going out. God, spirit, ancestors, family and friends who've moved on and passed on, I ask you to be the wings in my back to move me forward. I open up my ears so that I can hear clearly. Open up my mind so that I can think clearly. Give me messages for the sign of Libra for March of 2021, please. I ask you to give me the highest messages of love and advice for the sign of Libra so that they can move on in pure love and everything that is of good and positivity in the universe. Thank you. Okay. I feel like somebody may be stuck on a decision. It may have something to do with finances or a job. Maybe somebody feels that they are working too hard at a job and they don't really know how to ask for a raise. I feel like there may also be somebody who's working towards maybe a business and they're trying to figure out the fine details of the business in order to move it forward. There's also somebody waiting on a return from a business or an investment. or try to make a decision on what to invest in. I feel as though if you're trying to invest in something, if you have an opportunity to invest in the labor industry, you should do that. Or something with the water system. Water, I don't know. I feel like somebody's trying to make like alkaline water and sell it to people, or some type of holistic energy. Trying to cut the labor out for other people, which is a really good idea. If this is you, Libra, I think you should move forward with that. That may be very beneficial for you. All right, last one. Be careful going into business with other people. There are people that may be very sneaky and just don't have your highest good. I'm not going to say they're going to do you, they may do you wrong, but they don't have your highest good at work. Give me 1 second. I'm going to adjust the mirror. I'm in the camera. All right. Now I can see myself. Okay. So, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, guardian angels, can you give me the highest message that you would have for the sign of Libra? Can you help me to tap into their energy and what it is that they need to do? I feel like somebody has been seeing extraterrestrial beings with like a glow over their head. Kind of like, I don't know, if you look at the sun, like their head is perfectly round, but then they have like an aura around their brain, their head, I mean. So, if that's you, just pay attention to what's happening when you see those. I need 2 more cards for the sign of Libra for the month of March 2021. 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards. Oh, they gave you 3 more cards. All right. First off, I feel like, okay, so the first card you have at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, is the Star card. Yeah, I'm not liking this. Alright. So you guys, I gotta figure out a new solution for my camera. All right, so all right, the Star card. I feel like there's some Libras who's actually very emotional. They're going to be very emotional in the month of March. Um, some of you guys may feel as though you're kind of a caged bird. A caged bird. You're not free, you can't fly, or maybe your wings are broken. There may be something that you've been trying to do for a long time and you find it very hard to do because you feel like your wings are clipped. Maybe there's something that's holding you back. So I feel like the overall energy for this reading is um, the equal give and take of life. So in life, you have to give something to get something. And I feel like some of you, not all of you, have been giving without getting and receiving anything back. And I also feel like some of you may be receiving and not giving anything back. So it's just about finding that balance. If you have children, I feel like you put more into your children and everybody else than you do yourself. You give and give and give and never receive anything in return. You have to find that balance with that. And some of you have a hard time with this Four of Cups here. Some of you have a hard time receiving love. So if somebody tries to give you something, they try to do something for you, you're like, oh, no, 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 no. That needs to stop because life is give and take, you know? So it's okay to take from people. Not everybody is against you. Not everybody wants to take advantage of you. So that's something that you have to really work on. And if you feel as though you're kind of stuck in a situation where you're not really going anywhere, um, most likely that's what it's from. Because you have to be able to receive love as well as give it. I see that those who have children, your children make you very happy. Um, if you're a mother, you're like very proud of your child. Very happy when it comes, happy that you're raising a human being. Um, but you give too much to them. And I'm not saying, don't do the basic needs or nothing. I'm saying balance it out. Like you have to have time for self-care. Even if it's when you put them to bed, instead of watching them sleep, you can go, do your feet, do your nails, do your hair, do something for yourself. Maybe get a babysitter every once in a while. And just go out, even if it's taking a walk through the park or just sitting at home by yourself, being able to watch something that you want to watch or do something that you want to do. That's self-care. You have to practice that because eventually if you don't practice self-care, you're going to be burnt out. And when you're burnt out, it trickles down to your child, you know. So the first card you have is the Strength card. There you go. The Strength card. And then you have the Four of Swords. And then you have the High Priestess. And then the last card is the Two of Swords. I feel as though so this is interesting. I have a Libra here who maybe in the past has been really indecisive, maybe like codependent on people in the past or on yourself, or I mean not yourself, on your spouse. Codependent on maybe the system, maybe your religion. I'm really getting a strong sense of the religion aspect because it's like so for example, you may have been born and raised a Christian, and you're so strong in your faith that nothing else can be a possibility. And I'm not saying that, Christianity is the wrong way to go. I'm not saying that it's a bad religion. I'm not saying that you should leave it. What I'm saying is there are multiple truths in this world. It's just like if you have two friends. Everybody has friends, right? And some of those friends may not know the same side of you. One person may know the crazy side of you. One person may know the silly side of you. One person may know the sentimental side of you. One person may have grown up with you and seen your struggle, and they understand you on a deeper level, But we all have different sides that we show different people, right? But that doesn't make any aspect of yourself any less true than another. With that being said, when you're dealing with religion, yes, your religion may be true, it may work out for you, prayer works and meditation works and reading the Bible works, and it may work for you, but that doesn't make anything else less true. You can believe and pray. You can believe in Jesus and pray to Jesus and say amen and be Christian, but also believe in manifestations, or also believe in keeping your vibrations high. Because ultimately, if you really read the words that are being spoken in the Bible or from these pastors, they're basically ultimately saying the same thing with different word choices. The problem is we put labels on them to separate them. It's just like the words tomato, tomato. You call it a tomato, I call it a tomato. Or a better example, if you're from the United States, there's, it's always been a thing where some states call it pop and some states call it soda. What is it, pop or soda? Either way, we know what you're talking about. If you go to somebody and you say, hey, can I get a pop or a soda? Either way, if they call it a soda or they call it a pop, they're going to know what you're talking about. It's the same thing. It doesn't take away from the fact that it's a carbonated drink, which may or may not have flavor. It doesn't take away from the fact that the can pops open. So when it comes to religion, I feel like there's someone who may have stumbled across a different way of thinking as far as religion wise, or I don't like to say religion, as far as your belief systems. And you've in the past you've really been afraid to like step out of the box because everybody you know is so judgmental about anything that doesn't have to do with whatever religion or belief system you have, right? So I feel like in the month of February, something is transpiring where you're going to gain strength to really focus on, or to expand your mind and understand that there are different ways to go about life besides what you've been taught all your life. I feel like when it comes to this balance, um, it's like that's why I feel as though this religious factor is why, or this belief system is why you feel like a caged bird. Because when you have one way of thinking, one way of living, one way of doing, it's like, okay, I know this, I've mastered this, but my soul is calling me to do something else or to explore something else. And there's nothing wrong with it, because if you're meant to be in that type of belief system, then eventually it's all going to circle back around. Um, so I feel like at this point in time, in the month of March 2021, you are in the state of contemplation. You're really in a state of meditation, asking God and connecting with God or the universe or whoever you believe in, Allah, um, your angels, your spirit guides. What is it that you're trying to push me to understand and or to expand my mind to understand? Um, and I feel like a lot of you with this high priestess here, a lot of you are really in a place of enlightenment. There's a lot of people, and you can call it whatever you want, but there's a lot of people coming into an awakening. You know, when you begin to feel like the box that you're in is too small, that's the beginning process of an awakening. Because now you want to see what's outside of this box. I've been in this box my whole entire life. And now I know that there are other things outside of this box that I need to explore, because I need to know, I need brighter horizons, you know? Um, and I feel like some of you have actually kind of been doing that in secret. Like you're so afraid to let people know that this is what you're doing. You may be exploring astrology or numerology or palmistry. You may be even exploring something that your ancestors have been pushing you to do, like water work or something like that. If your ancestors are pushing you to do a certain thing, water work, candle work, smudging, this is sage that I'm lighting right now, and this clears energy. If you've been pushed to do certain things, put salt in front of your door, um, burn sage and seal your windows and your doors, then you need to do that, because they're trying to get you to understand something or to do something. Um, and if you're stuck in one way of thinking, then you might not be able to understand them. Another thing, when it comes to, and I just want to say this real quick, when it comes to the Christian religion, a lot of, I know at least a lot of African American families, nowadays they get too big on their britches. They're like, oh, I don't burn sage, and I don't like candles because it's witchcraft and voodoo and all of this other stuff. But if you look at our ancestors, at our grandparents, the family members down south that was raised in the 20s and 30s and born in the 20s and 30s, they all burnt sage. They burnt sage. They burnt candles. They did prayer work. They had their place where their Bible went. That place where their Bible went is an altar. That's not just a witchcraft thing, it's an altar. And a lot of them had pictures of their deceased parents and family members on their walls and stuff like that. That's honoring their parents. It's not necessarily witchcraft. So if you look at the things that people did back in the 60s, 70s from slavery and stuff, you think we all just converted over to Christianity and just like, no, they still brought some of that what people would call witchcraft to the table. However, define witchcraft. If honoring your ancestors who've passed on, talking to them, and acknowledging their presence is witchcraft, then so be it. Anyway, moving forward. So I see here at the end, the last card is the Two of Swords. Some of you guys are really in a contemplation mode, especially with the Two of Swords and the Four of Swords here. Okay? That is like, telling me you are really in a place of contemplation. But with there being two major arcanas here, I feel like you're also in a place of great transformation. Actually, there's four major arcanas. Two at the end of the deck, and two in your spread. I feel like this is a place of major contemplation, because it follows with, or what follows is major transformation. Some of you are actually going through a great awakening. Also, I feel like if you're not exploring or expanding your knowledge, or you're expanding your mind outside of your box, you are actually finding the courage to live your purpose inside of whatever belief system you have with the Strength card here, okay? With the Strength and High Priestess. Some of you may be thinking about contemplating being a minister. And I'm not sure exactly what's stopping you from being a minister. Sorry guys, the camera cut off. So, as I was saying, I feel like there's somebody who may be in some type of religion or some type of belief system that is trying to make a decision on whether they should move forward with something. And I feel like you're gaining the strength to do it. You've probably been called to do it all your life. Maybe like ministry, or I don't know, maybe a nun. Because she kind of looks like a nun to me. Yeah, she kind of looks like a nun to me. So maybe a nun. Maybe a secretary at a church, and I don't know why you would be so heavily contemplated on this. Maybe this is a new religion for you, or a new belief system. Maybe you have to, I see there may be a person who has family members who are in two different religions, and perhaps if you choose one, you'll lose the other family. Um, and I see that that's like really hard for you to make a choice. You're kind of like playing Russian roulette or something. Can you give me any advice on this decision that Libra is trying to make? Oh, somebody is trying to make a decision on whether they should move, or not even move from where you're at. I see that there's maybe multiple options that you have. Like you have multiple states that you can go to. You have multiple housing places that accepted your application, and you're trying to really figure out where it is that would be the best fit for you. I see some people actually calculating what would be um, their address. If you're into numerology, you're like reducing the number down. I also see that some people may have an opportunity to work on a ship, uh, or with animals. And there might be a possibility that some of you could work on like an airplane or something like that. But I see that you're trying to make a decision when it comes to some type of travel opportunity. With this Three of Wands here. Some of you may actually have an opportunity to work overseas. And it's very hard because you're going to have to leave your family. Some of you are trying to gain the strength with the strength card here to move forward. I'm going to shuffle one more time and I'm going to clarify the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. So when you're talking about the Two of Pentacles, this is about a decision regarding something that's solid or something of tangible interest. Your house, your home. Again, if you look in the back of this card, there's another ship. So I feel as though, being that it's under the High Priestess card, I feel as though there may be a person who has, a Libra who has an opportunity to either work within a religious system or take a job across seas. And you're trying to figure out what's going to be more beneficial for you. Your intuition plays a part in this. I feel as though you want to go along with what brings you more money, which may be the across seas job. But the reason it's so hard for you is because you actually find more peace in this other opportunity. So it's like, do I trade peace for financial gain or financial gain for peace? Right? So you're really weighing your coins weighing your money to see if, you giving away your, because this other opportunity, it requires you to be generous with the six of pentacles here. It requires you to be very generous. Maybe working in a homeless shelter, maybe being, like I said, a minister or a nun. Whatever the case is, this position requires you to have much empathy, much sympathy, much understanding, and it'll really make you happy because you enjoy this. Um, mm. So it's like one opportunity is money coming in. Like you can live the life that you want, but it's unfulfilling emotionally. The other choice is that it actually deplenishes your money, but it's fulfilling emotionally. So it's a very hard decision. And I feel like because of the overall energy of the star card, where it emphasizes balance and life, I feel like you need to find a way to be able to either do both, or if you go across seas, find an opportunity that'll be emotionally fulfilling. Okay? Let's see. So that's for those of you who are making a choice. I also see that, so at the bottom of the clarifying deck, there is the death card, which tells me that something is ending. Some type of way of living, way of life, some type of imbalance is living. Is living. It's dying. It's actually, ending. Okay? I feel like there are some people who there may be a female Libra. It could be a male Libra, but somebody here is pregnant. Like if you look at her hand and the way it's positioned, it's like she's holding her belly. She's pregnant. I hate to bring about situations like this, but I feel as though maybe somebody's contemplating getting an abortion. And that's what the decision is. It's like, this baby will be emotionally fulfilling, but financially draining. And I have an opportunity to go to a job overseas and make money, but I know that I can't do this while I'm pregnant. So it's a deep contemplation, and I feel like somebody is getting to a place of strength here with the strength card, to where they're like, okay, what is the best thing for me? Okay? And if you're a male Libra, I feel as though you may actually be the one who has the job opportunity, but then there's a woman in your life. She may be a Pisces, Leo, or Scorpio. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Pisces, Cancer, ugh, can't talk. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, who is actually pregnant with your baby, and you have to make a decision. I feel as though it's not that you don't want this child. You may not, but the person I'm talking to, I feel like you don't, it's not that you don't want the child. I feel as though it's that you know that if you have the child at this point, you may not be as successful as you thought you would or as you planned to be. I really see, I'm going to say this. If you are a male who's making a decision between having a child and bettering your life, and you feel as though if you have a child, you can't better your life, don't think that way. Because children can be a great motivation for you to go harder, for you to be better, for you to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just the fact that there's a whole nother human being looking at you and watching you makes you go harder, you know? So if you're making that decision and this decision isn't final, please take heed to what I'm saying to you, because it's not the end of the world. People make it every day with kids, you know. Um, and like I said, it could actually be a great motivation for you. For others of you, that was for a very small, maybe one or two men, Libra men. However, I do see that there may be a couple or an individual here that's deciding to terminate the pregnancy because of financial reasons. Please come to peace with that and heal from that. Okay, so that one is done. I'm going to move on to love and see what I got there. And I swear to you, if children are affecting your love life comes out, I'm going to be floored. All right. Shuffle these real quick. Okay, what messages do you have for the sign of Libra for the month of March 2021 for love? All right. What messages do you have for the sign of Libra for the month of March 2021 when it comes to love? All right. So, the first card you have is Unrequited Love. Then you have Release Your Ex. Next you have New Love. And finally you have Past Life Relationship. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing, right? I feel like there's a Libra who is in a relationship that doesn't have enough chemistry or attraction to keep you going. I feel like there is someone here there's a male, there's a couple here, right? They're both unhappy. Um, Although I see the male actually, even though he's unhappy, he still tries to make it work. He still tries to be romantic and tries to provide, but he has multiple women, and the woman has an ex that's on her mind, right? Um, so these two are in a situation where neither one of them are happy, but they're both comfortable with each other, and they don't want to let each other go. Okay. So I feel like Spirit is calling you to release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Because this person doesn't want you. You don't want him. You're just comfortable because of whatever, the kids, the money, the household, whatever's going on that's tying you two together. And you're just existing. Um, he doesn't necessarily want to be tied down. And you want your ex. So it's time to release your ex. Okay? I feel like there's some of you who are really, really tired of this person. Like the bullshit, the lies. If you're a woman, a Libra woman, you're tired of the bullshit and the lies and stuff like that. And you're really thinking back on past relationships. And there may be one person who really treated you really, really good. And you're just like, I know I deserve better because he treated me like I deserve better. So that's where it's going in your head. So in your mind, you've already left if you're a Libra woman. And this Libra, and if you're a Libra man, you may be dealing with multiple people, right? You may be dealing with multiple women, or you're dealing with one woman. You may be dealing with this woman who is thinking about her ex. So if your woman is acting a little strange lately, maybe not calling and texting as much as she used to, not wanting to sleep with you, just finding excuses not to be affectionate, she might be thinking about her ex. And in that case, you might want to cut that bitch loose. Period. And the reason I say cut that bitch loose is because the next card is new love. Someone has stirred up your romantic feelings, right? And this person, they really, really adore you, whether you're a male or a woman. They really adore you and they want to be with you. And this may be somebody you've actually just briefly met, or it may be somebody from your past life relationship with this past life relationship card. Okay? This may be somebody you've already dealt with in the past that kind of fizzled out, not necessarily didn't work, but it kind of fizzled out. You've known each other before. So, and in that case, going back to the woman who's thinking about her ex, this is her ex. This starts up a new situation, a new relationship. He adores you, or she adores you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just time to release this ex. So if you're in a relationship and you're a Libra and you're not happy in your relationship, I'm not talking to the people who are happy and they just got Roman eyes and they want to doink everybody they see. I ain't talking to you. You need to be single. You don't need to be cut them off because you moving on to somebody. No, you need to be completely single. I'm talking to the ones who are in relationships and are not happy because of things in the relationship. Okay? You need to release that person because there's somebody new who's coming on in. And it may be somebody you already knew. If you're single, you may have ties, you may still have emotional ties to your ex. And with that being said, it's time to release your ex, release the energy of them, and really embrace and focus on this new love that's coming in, because somebody is coming in for you guys. I'm going to actually pull one more. I'm not going to take that. I guess it was supposed to come out. This is the card I just looked at, literally. Give your relationship a chance. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Up. And look what was on the top. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So that's what your whole reading was about with the other cards, is your finances. You know what I'm saying? And I know you in here somewhere. I don't know where you at, but I know you in here lingering in the mist. I don't see it, but so anyway, finances. Okay, give your relationship a chance. So for some of you who are in this unrequited love, there's nothing wrong with the other person. You're just afraid of commitment. You may be still in the early dating stage, and you're afraid that if you get too deep, you're going to get hurt. Give your relationship a chance. If you're single and you're looking, there may be somebody who's going to come back to you. They're going to circle back around, and Spirit is telling you to give this relationship a chance, because people transform, they change. You know what I mean? And finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So going back to the person who feels as though they need to make a decision between a baby who's coming through or a job opportunity, it's affecting your love life. But I mean, by all means, do what you feel is the best for you at the moment. You know what I mean? But if you're one of the ones that really want this baby, but feels like there's no possible way you could raise a baby and get to where you need to be, that's not true. It's not. Use it as motivation to make you go harder. Failure is not an option. If you are making a decision between your career or money and emotional fulfillment, I feel as though Spirit's trying to tell you to have faith. Because although you can't see the monetary gain in the emotional fulfilling opportunity, it doesn't mean that there won't be monetary gains along the way that stems from that opportunity. Or you could take the money opportunity and actually find something that's emotionally fulfilling as well. Okay? Alright, last card is the Isis Oracle. So I'm going to pull one of these to see what Spirit has for you, Libra, for the month of March 2021. And this is for your overall energy. What you're going through, what you need to understand, what you need to know. Thank you, Spirit, for giving these messages. Please let this reading fall on the ass that it needs to fall on so that they can move forward in light and love. One more shuffle, then I'm going to pull a card. Okay. I see some of you are very afraid. You may be afraid of success. You may be afraid that history will repeat itself. You may be actually afraid to step out of the box that I talked about earlier. But I feel like it's time to free yourself. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, somebody feels as though their wings are clipped or they're in a cage. But you have the key to the cage and you have the needle and thread to stitch them wings right back on. Okay? You have the key to your life. Wings of Isis. That's crazy. Wings of Isis. You have a special spiritual relationship with the angelic world. Part of your soul purpose is to birth angelic consciousness and values such as fearlessness, compassion, and service into this human culture. This oracle also brings you angelic assistance, intervention, and confirmation too. This is confirmation. Wings of Isis. I didn't know this card was going to come out. The first thing I spoke about in the reading was the wings. Whoever's feeling like their wings are clipped, this message is specifically for you. And if this is tied to the message about the baby coming through, they're not going to clip your wings. You're not going to be tied down. You're not going to feel like a caged bird. Oh, okay. Somebody feels like maybe a woman is trying to tie them down. You're trying to trap me because you know I'm going somewhere. And that may actually all be in your head. You're actually trapping yourself. So get out of that mind space. I mean, this may be, some women may be trying to trap you if you're a man, male Libra. Or if you could be any other sign that's dealing with a Libra woman. This is for a cross watcher. If you feel like a Libra woman is pregnant just to trap you, please get out of that mindset, because that's not what it is. What it is Spirit is sending you this baby so that you can gain more insight in the world and more compassion for the world, and so that you can have a partner in life. That's what I'm feeling. A partner in life. Part of your purpose, your soul purpose, is to birth angelic consciousness. This child is going to be special. I don't know who I'm talking to. But whoever has a baby on the way, this child is special. They're going to be very gifted. And they're going to you have to bring this child into this world. And I'm not trying to tell you what to do. But if you are indecisive about whether you want this baby or not, but you really are on the side of, I want the baby, but it's just not time yet, this message is for you. Your purpose, part of your purpose, your soul purpose, is to birth angelic consciousness. Your child is going to be an angelic being. Trust what I'm saying to you. Well, that is your reading, Libra. Thank you for joining me. Please come back at the end of March 2021 for your April reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.